Some of us are thinking that we can do this thing of serving Yeshua and walking in his way, but still remain essentially the same way that we are. Sorry, gang. That is not the way it works. It only works through being changed. It only works through going out into further territory that you've never been, even if you don't change your address. There are more challenges. There are giants and fortified cities out there. And there are opportunities. God has chosen you. Are you choosing him? The apostle tells us that we can do all things through the Messiah who strengthens us. Do we really believe that? Or is that just a memory verse? If we believe it, then we can rise up and we can say to God, here's my body as a living sacrifice. Lord, use me. As Isaiah, who was crushed by the vision of God, really vision of Yeshua, and who just repented. He was undone. He said, Oi li, woe is me. But God came, touched the coal to his lips, and then said, whom shall I send? And Isaiah said, you can send me. The spy's decision is the one that each of us has to make. That's why I feel that this account is so relevant for us. The pioneers that came, primarily at first from Europe, had to make a decision. Will we go back to Eretz Yisrael, even though we are Europeans and we don't know what waits us in the Middle East? For some, death awaited them. For some, sickness awaited them. For some, loss of family awaited them. Eliezer ben Yehuda, the pioneer of modern Hebrew, lost family members. They died. His wife, several children. David ben Gurion came back. He left his home, went to Israel. And our generation must make the same decision. Again, I'm not speaking only about literal aliyah, but that's included. Some are saying, I can't go any higher. One time I was trying to do some extreme sports with my son, Avi, who was just about to go into the Israeli army. We took some time to travel. We were in Brazil. We were up on one of these high platforms. If you know it, there's this thing called tree walking, where you go up. It's sort of like you get up at the height of a telephone pole, and then they put a cable on you, and that's supposed to keep you safe, and then you walk on, little ropes and things that don't seem like they're going to hold you from falling to your death. And I'm not a big guy on heights anyway, and I got up on one of these platforms with Avi. I thought I'd been doing okay, and suddenly I absolutely panicked. I felt that I was falling. I knew I was falling. I realized that it was all over, and I just started to thrash around. I was connected by the clip. Scientifically, objectively, I couldn't fall. But in my mind, my emotions, I was terrified. I totally panicked. And, here's this guy then in my late 50s, and my 18-year-old son, oh gosh, he just put his hand on my shoulder. He said, Dad, it's okay. Just be still. You're going to be all right. I think that's what God is saying to us today.